Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hello.
We are looking at the new trailer for India's Most Wanted, starring Arjun Kapoor. This is written and directed by Kumar Gupta. It comes out May 24th, 2019, so mark your calendars, coming out soon. By the way, if you want to see more content from us, that's exclusive to people on Patreon. We have a Patreon website, patreon.com/Jaby KOAY. If you go there, you can see music video reactions, trailer reactions, all kinds of stuff that we don't have publicly. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description below, as well as right below my face. Anyway, without further ado, let's check this out. India's Most Wanted. Here we go. Based on true events.
Oh, did you see that? He was like flogging the dude.
That's a teaser to the teaser.
Oh, I like it. Oh, shit.
This is making me anxious.
आत्मा कभी नहीं मरती, शरीर मरता है। मैं लोगों को मार नहीं रहा, बस उनकी आत्मा को दूसरे शरीर में भेज रहा हूँ।
Okay, well that's one way of
मैं नहीं
looking
कह
at it.
रहा, गीता में श्री कृष्ण ने कहा है।
तुम कहना चाहते हो कि तुम और ये चार, ये इंडिया के मोस्ट वांटेड को पकड़ कर लाओगे, हाँ? वो भी बिना किसी हथियार के और बिना किसी सपोर्ट के? यस सर।
Well, I do not take stories about terrorism lightly, I tell you that much. It's interesting how this is being categorized as India's Osama bin Laden.
Right.
That's a very, very clear category to make it abundantly obvious who it is they're chasing, because for a while there, Osama bin Laden was America's, like, target. Like, that's the guy we gotta get. You know, Saddam Hussein was the first one.
Yeah, got him.
Even though we kind of put him into place.
Yeah.
And then Osama bin Laden. And it's like, all right, now, I mean, for me as an American, I easily recognize the... I mean, even if you didn't put that moniker to him, I would still recognize the need to capture this person who is inflicting this kind of harm and damage upon your people. Like, I get it without that, but that just kind of emphasizes it even further. And I'm like, oh, whew, I don't like this. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Nope.
Dorothy.
It's interesting what people will tell themselves in order to justify the terrible act that they're about to do. Like saying that, oh, I'm not really killing anyone, I'm just moving souls from one body to another. It's like, no, you are harming someone, you are hurting someone, you are killing someone.
If you could, would you have a conversation with one of these people? Assuming that you could be safe. Assuming that you'd be all right. And that no harm would come to you. There'd be a wall between you and that individual. Would you have a conversation with them? Like, let's say you could talk with Osama bin Laden and he could have a translator that interprets his words accurately. Would you have a conversation with this individual? Because, like, it's insane to me that someone, I mean, obviously they have to be insane on some level to think it's okay to murder that many people and feel good about it and feel victorious and righteous in their endeavor of murdering countless numbers of people. Like, how do you think that that's okay and that you could possibly be justified? I wonder if the words uttered in this trailer at all speak to the actual behavior of those people in reality, if they actually think that way. I've seen a number of videos of, I forget where I saw it, somewhere on YouTube, maybe it was through Vice, of these people who went over to, I'm gonna call it the dark side, and eventually realized, oh, actually, I don't like this. I don't know why I signed up for this in the first place, and then tried to get back to Britain or back to the States, and American, or I think it was Britain specifically, who's like, how about no? How about we don't take you back because F you decided to join them, you stay with that family that you decided to, you know, be part of. And, I mean, it's crazy to me. All of it, there's no, like, there's no good here.
I think sometimes...
Until they're brought to justice. That's the insaf punch. That's the only good. that can happen. Cause no.
But I think sometimes they do deliberately prey on people who are vulnerable, who might be more open to the message that they're preaching, you know, this hatred, this evil that they're preaching.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
it's unfortunate that there are people who feel angry and hurt and dissatisfied with life, that when someone says, here, I have the solution for you, we're gonna blame all these people, we're gonna blame the Jews, we're gonna blame the Hindus, we're gonna blame the blacks, or anyone who is a different race than me or nationality. And then they're in a position where life isn't great and they just go, yay, let's blame all these people and let's inflict harm and death on them.
You want to hear something messed up?
What?
It happens on our side too, on the good side, where you college campuses and schools, you have these people who prey on people who are in need of improving their lives, and they go, hey, join the army, and you'll get this kind of stipend and these kind of benefits if you join the army. And then people don't even realize what they've signed up for, but they are legally obligated to fulfill their agreement until they are honorably discharged.
Right.
As far as I understand. That's how it works in the States. I don't know how it works anywhere else in the world, but I know that in Israel, you have to do at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? That's just like a requirement.
Yeah, in Thailand as well, all men, at least Israel
I was about to say, did ACHARA do 2 years of...
No. Like you either join the cadets in high school and you learn basic army stuff, or you join the army for 2 years if you're a man, or if you have lots of money, you just pay.
Right. So the reason I brought that up is because you have people on the bad side who, they're lost, right? You have these lost individuals. And I'm not, like, I have no sympathy here when I say this. I'm just kind of expressing how this comes about, because the same thing happens in Japan, or at least it used to. I did a lot of research on Yakuza many years ago. And what you have is, there used to be, if not still, a lot of tension between Japanese and Koreans. And so what would happen is the Yakuza would kind of prey on Koreans who felt like outcasts because they would perfectly integrate into their gang, into their mafia. And so I was surprised when I found out there's a lot of Koreans who are part of the Yakuza because of that, because they were outcasts and they felt that way. And so you have people all over the world who are like, who have this insane notion that are like, that sounds like a cause I want to join, and they end up joining it because they feel like outcasts in their home land or whatever the case may be, only to find out that it's way freaking worse when you get to the clan. That's insane.
It is.
Which is why you have people who want to who defect from their home country, then want to defect from the terrorist organization, and then realize they can't defect anywhere because they did the terrorist thing.
Well, you just screwed yourself.
Watching this, even though it has this vibe of heroism to it, and I am all for that because I'm all about celebrating the heroes who take down these criminals of Earth, so to speak, these criminals of the world, of humanity,
exactly,
who are just inflicting damage. I hate it. I've said it before, I hate terrorism with my dad would say with a purple passion, so I'm echoing that. Go ahead.
Well, I think it's just because they're targeting innocent people, It's like, I don't like war either, but at least in war, you've agreed to engage. Do you know what I mean?
That's a whole other conversation, but sure.
But yeah,
I understand what you're saying. But
here they're just like, oh, let us just bomb a school or a mosque or whatever it is that they're doing. I mean, death in any capacity, if you're killing anyone, is terrible. But this is just.
You know who I feel worst for? I mean, I don't even know if this is a conversation that we should have. But the people I feel worst for are the people who survived those events. The ones who are have limbs missing, or they feel survivor's remorse or survivor's guilt rather. There was a woman at Marjorie Stone Douglas High School. Is that the name of this high school?
Oh.
Who committed suicide because she survived the recent massacre that took place there. So she took her own life because she had survivor's guilt. And so those are the people I feel like the worst for, because it's like, okay, this is a weird conversation, but if I had to decide between not seeing it coming and seeing it coming, I wouldn't want to see it coming. I'd want it to go just like that.
Yeah.
And that's like the one silver lining. Like, I don't have to know that it happened. Like, it's just done and over with before you even realize what had happened, right? Mm-hmm. But the survivors are the ones I feel really bad for because they have to deal with survivor's guilt or potentially, damage to their bodies that...
PTSD,
all that stuff, I mean, I've had PTSD from a car accident.
Really?
I can. Yeah, I had a car. I didn't tell you about that. I had a car accident where someone ran into me, and I was like just freaked out. I almost got into a fight with the guy. Like I've just, it's very traumatic, and that's a car accident. That's nothing, right?
Yeah.
And so for the people who have to survive these things, it's crazy. I'm so happy that there are people who are brave enough to take down these individuals, and I completely agree with the notion of making a film about those heroes who are going after these people. You know?
Yeah, and I think what's interesting as well is that they've set them up as this unlikely band of 4 guys, because the police chief or whoever it is like, really? You guys are gonna take down our most wanted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Good luck.
One thing that we haven't talked about, we should talk about the trailer, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we just like went off on one for 10 minutes.
So the one thing that's nice about that, the silver lining in terms of like, because, you know, sometimes people are deterred from seeing a movie that's super, super serious. And one of the things that they're sort of hinting at here is that you're going to have some comedy.
Yes.
It might be, you know, moments of comedy of error, or, you know, or just in the way they present themselves. It's like they're the unexpected heroes.
Right.
And so that in itself has a bit of comedy to it. And to have levity in a story like this, I think, is kind of unprecedented. Like, I remember Zero Dark 30 is a super dark, super serious film. The other one by Catherine Bigelow, also very dark and very serious. Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker, yeah.
And most films like that are just dark. Saving Private Ryan, The Thin Red Line, all of them.
Oh, God.
They're you know, war films in general, they're all very
Yeah.
serious. So to have a film that is approaching this topic, tackling the subject, and you have characters that are fun, that's different. I mean, that's the assumption we are making.
Just off the teaser.
Just off the teaser, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the teaser, even though they didn't show us all that much, which is great because it's a teaser. Don't give it away. But I am looking forward to the trailer.
Well, I think as well, if this is based on a true story, most people know how it ends up.
Hold
right?
on. Inspired by true events, India's Most Wanted is the untold story of the manhunt for India's Osama without firing a single bullet.
Okay, so maybe people don't know the story.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they might know the story anyway. I mean, Jessica Chastain didn't fire a single bullet in Zero Dark 30. She still took down Osama bin Laden. According to that movie, a manhunt with no guns, no glory, only guts.
Cool.
No glory implies that they were largely unknown heroes.
Yeah, it was a secret, right? Because you always say that about heroes. It's like, you know, guns, glory, guts. Like, yeah. They're like, nope. They were just regular dudes working behind computers, maybe, and getting all of the intel and catching the bad guy. That's the way to do it these days.
Arjun Kapoor is an actor that is interesting because, how do I phrase this? I have not seen a single movie of his as far as I know. But we've done trailer reactions to his. I did Key and Ka, I believe.
We did Half Girlfriend.
And we did Half Girlfriend, and you made the joke about No Girlfriend.
Yeah,
that
zero.
I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
There was Namaste England.
Uh-huh.
And now India's Most Wanted. I haven't seen any of his movies yet. But one thing that I've heard is that people aren't necessarily... I mean, I don't know for sure, but the only comments I can recall are that people didn't like his acting.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great that despite that he's still out there making movies, he's like, hey, I'm going to keep trying till I get this thing right. I mean, assuming that those comments had any validity to them. I have no idea. I don't know his... It's like earlier we watched Kalank, and I saw some comments about...
Varun
Dhawan, sorry.
Yeah.
I saw some comments about his acting and his accent. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't notice. I thought his acting was fine. That's a whole other conversation for that review. I'm open to watching him. I have no like negative feelings about the guy yet, or I hope I don't ever. But my point is that like I do remember those comments, and I'm hoping that this is an improvement upon his previous work, and that like maybe he took that into consideration and improved. I'm not hypercritical about the guy yet, or hopefully ever, because I'm not.
You haven't really seen his work.
Yeah, I haven't seen his work yet. I've only seen him in trailers, and everything I've seen of him in trailers has been fine so far, is what I'm trying to get at. So I don't have a strong barometer to go off of yet, but that leaves me open to watching him in this movie. So you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on India's Most Wanted in the comments below. Be honest, be verbose. Also, let us know your thoughts on our thoughts, if we had any that you feel like talking about. Also, check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification icon so that you get notified every time. It's a bell. Hit the bell icon.
It's also a notification.
Yeah, well, specifically it's a bell.
You're
so
correct, yes.
we live in the time of emojis. So hit the bell icon so you get notified every time we drop a new video, and don't miss out on that good stuff. And yes, check out our other reactions, reviews, I was gonna say Instagram videos, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but follow you on Instagram as well. You post some fun stuff on there.
Everything I have on Instagram is very selective and very thoughtfully chosen so that it's a good Instagram post. I don't just post like lots of stupid things. Everything is selective in the way that I put up my stuff. So do follow me on Instagram. I promise you, you won't get bored by my account. That's a good way to phrase it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and check out our other reactions, reviews, interviews, short films, vlogs. I am Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.